Oh, there we go.
What up?
What
What
up,
up?
though?
Up?
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on, y'all?
You doing all right?
You know it. You know it. You.
Yeah, I ain't doing too bad, man. I had to cook a little bit before I got on. My kids was supposed to be here. They went to their mama house. I still cooked.
Get out the way.
Yeah, they mad too. And I showed them what I made. I made some honey fried chicken.
Mm,
Ooh wee.
that's how my
Ooh
kids.
wee.
It'd be so funny.
They're like, man, why didn't you tell us? Why would I say something? I said I'm cooking. They was leaving. I was like, well, I'm gonna give me a smaller little thing. I got me 4 or 5 little wings.
Just to care yourself.
Come on now. So if they try to come over, they ain't gonna get nothing.
It's gone.
It's gone, cuz.
You was at your
No.
mama.
Yeah, she can cook. Let her do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
But no, I'm good. Other than that, I'm good. It's been a long week
For sure.
since I've seen you last.
Right. That's exactly
Jesus, creases.
right. We needing this conversation.
I swear, man, this is getting this therapy for us.
Man. So, with that being said, welcome everybody to this episode of Crucial Convos. I am your girl F.L.O.R.
This is Emery.
So, this week topic is kind of tender.
Jesus today. Praise him. Shando.
It's like really you're a damn fool. Period. That's where it's at. Like,
for real though.
Because what I've noticed the older I've gotten is a lot of people likes to call themselves real. A lot of people likes to call themselves loyal. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily understanding what it takes to be the both of those. I think if you real, you're naturally loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're authentically real, you're naturally loyal. And some of us are indeed loyal to a fault. Like for real, for real. I think I'm one of those people. I think that it's taken a lot of work for me to learn how to disconnect. And it also depends on my connection to you as to where, you know, how hard it is for me to release, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, how about you?
I am. I mean, it's to a fault. I can be to a fault. I tell you though, one thing that kind of broke a lot of stuff in me, sad situation, I guess, but my daddy passing away. Well, I told a lot of people to blank off.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I'm not going to continue, you know what I'm saying? But like then after that little period, I was looking at my life. Like, boy, you did this your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's been so crazy because, like, for me, how I've been, if you go out your way for me, you got a friend for life. And that was clearly a trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I almost feel indebted to you. Like, if you go out, like, you don't have to do that. And you do it, and you ain't, like, mumbling and complaining, when you ain't, like, telling people about, you know what I'm saying? We in there. Mm-hmm. And it happens so much. I feel like I did it that way because, like I said, trauma. Mm-hmm. Folks swear they'll be there, and they ain't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People who you broke your neck to be there for, wouldn't be there for the most trivial reasons. And it's like, then you just got to be like, okay. But each one of those brought me inward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Each round. But yeah, I'm definitely. It's extremely easy to become loyal to a fault. I'm a witness.
Yeah, I think I'm real bad with my core circle. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like my core circle can get absolutely whatever. Like it's it just is what it is. And it's not even something that I think about. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of react. If an individual call and I just react. Especially if it's my core, you know.
Mm.
So I think I just wonder if individuals pay attention to first. I paid attention to your post, and it was a lot of different definitions of loyal to a fault.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it
like
was.
I think it all, in a sense, came to the same thing, but the way that they worded or their perception of it was like different, very different.
To say the least. Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, and it was interesting to read that because I guess I don't want to say I'm simple, but I think I'm simple in description because if you use too many words, a motherfucker get confused.
Facts.
So
No, that's real.
I've learned how to break it down and simplify and get, straight to the point. So it's like, to me, loyal to a fault is anything that hurts you from growing. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that stops you from any opportunity or in any different mindset, like the conversation has been going on about Tia and Corey Hardwick or whatever. And a lot of males feel that she's cheating or whatnot, right? So I look at it and I say, it's hard for one who's destined for greatness to settle for mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
am I not loyal because I see greater for myself and I want to explore that? Does that make me not loyal? You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to sacrifice so much just to maintain with you?
I feel like if you're married, yes, you're supposed to.
And be miserable.
Like, huh?
And be miserable.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be like. There will be times where you will, that's not it's inevitable somewhere.
Right.
But I feel like we need to find better ways. We need to find better tips and tricks on how to get our point across when you're married, because it's such a big deal, and people don't take it as a big deal being married.
Mm-hmm.
We're usually young, we don't really know exactly, but it says for better or worse, come what may. It don't say like if you get tired of him or her. You know what I'm saying? For rich or poor, sickness and health, and stuff like that. So because that's such a huge commitment, which it should be, it means we may have to figure out a new way. Or sometimes it may mean your ambitions have to sit down even longer than you thought. Like you feel like I waited long enough, maybe it ain't time still. If your game is the long game forever, maybe you just a little overzealous, a little anxious.
Okay, so if that's the case, why do we encourage individuals who's getting abused to leave? Why do we encourage those who's getting cheated on to leave, divorce? Like, why, if that's the way, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
looked at.
So I don't encourage people to leave if you get cheated on. If you're a habitual cheater, yeah. But if it happened, no, I don't. But abuse leads to death. Like that's like a clear path. And I don't. You know what's crazy? I saw this clip, and I haven't studied it myself, but it was speaking about how, you know, in the Bible it says, you know, if somebody cheating on you, you can leave. But their perspective of what it means you're not supposed to I shouldn't even brought it up because I can't even articulate it right. But basically, it was saying you ain't supposed to leave even if they cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And how he explained it made sense, but I should have left it alone. But
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like there is a limit. Like so, like I'm saying, even if you've been going through it with your husband, not you specifically, but you know, you're going through it with your husband, and he just won't move. He just won't move. I'm like, man, I'm getting tired of just sitting around here stagnant. There is a limit to that. I just don't. I think we as a culture don't really understand that a major attribute of love is long suffering, and because we feel like I've suffered long, I'm suffering long, you know, to us. But long suffering isn't a year if you're playing the long game. In the grand scheme, a bad year ain't nothing. If you get 10 years and y'all have one bad one, you are winning. If you
Of
have
course.
10 years and you have 3 bad years, you are winning. You know what I'm saying? But in that year, during that year, you can't always see it. And that's where I think we, especially women, jump the gun on, okay, I've tried, it ain't working. I tried talking, I tried everything everybody said, it ain't working. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
I don't know, because I see people that's been together 20 plus years, you know, and then decide to dissolve their marriage.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think honestly, it's just on what one can take. You know, what stipulations take them over the hill, you know, or over the cliff, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's just up to that individual, because some people can take a lot and keep on ticking, like turn the other cheek 15 million times, and it just don't bother them because they want to stay, you know what I'm saying, where they are, whatever. To each his own. But I don't know. I just feel like from the way you see it, a lot of I can understand why a lot of marriages break up. Like I really can. Like,
yeah, you get
because
tired.
and women do look at it as not really being equal to the guy, but the actions that they provide over that time being, you know, matched, looked at, respected, and reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I held it
And
down.
I'm not fronting. Historically, y'all are more on that stuff than we are.
Right.
On the level that we're on the you know, we not rich, but we not broke level. You know, I think it changes over when you're rich. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think that business mind or whatever is just is different. But then everything is different for that world, for that level. You know what I'm saying? Or the marriage, what they allow, what they accept, you know, is just different. But yeah, we're dopes. And then if we get in a rut, I was talking to who was I talking to? Dang, this was just like a day or two ago. Their spouse is more soft. Like, not, I don't want to you know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean.
More passive.
More passive. He's more passive. And she's like, you know, he won't move. And I'm like, so she, you know, obviously, like we were just talking about, you know, you're getting weary. You just like, okay. I'm about to, you know, I'm about to look around. Like, I don't want to, but that's what I'm going to do. And so I just gave her just another perspective. I was like, do you talk more, or do you encourage more, or do you nag? She's like, honestly, I probably nag. I said, okay, that's never gonna work. If he's alpha, beta, zeta, kappa, q dog, whatever, it it ain't gonna work.
Sorry, that's inside. Sorry.
That ain't gonna work, man. Like, so where a guy like me, if you nag, and I'm gonna say, shut up with all that.
Yeah, but what y'all consider nagging is just us reiterating our point. Just like somebody said on the post that she blindsided him or whatever. After 14 years, I'm almost positive there was no blindsiding that took place. I'm almost positive she said it time after time after time, and either he didn't listen or he didn't believe her, or both. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all consider nagging is just us communicating and saying what y'all don't want to listen to, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's why that's your opinion, and that's why all men say that. It's nagging, because there is a way to do it. But even past that, you didn't tell me that. She said it. She said I'd be nagging her. Right, so anyway, she's saying it, so she knows it's nagging. It's little nitpicky stuff, and it's really snippy little comments here and there that's added into the truth, so you can argue. Oh, but I said it. It's nagging. So a guy like me, I'm gonna say shut up with all that. Versus a guy like him, he'll just shut down. And so now he shut down, and now you wondering why you trying to be nice and cool, and he's still shutting down. You like, well, I'm trying it all now, so I don't know. I'm looking around. Well, not looking around, but I'm starting to think think outside. And I was like, you have to try something new. I was like, how about the rest of this month? You only encourage. Like, don't nag if it sounds stupid or not. Like, rub that nigga head. You know what I'm saying? Tell him how, sexy he look in this. All the, just try something new. Tell him, baby, I know you got this. I know you're going to figure it out. You always do. Blah, 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 blah. Right? We're talking on the phone. We was FaceTime. He texted her about some stuff, stuff around the house or whatever. She said she typed up her regular, like what she would normally say, and erased it and sent something very sweet and encouraging. And she got, and the response was immediate. Like, he was like, yo, thank you so much. I'm going to do this, that, this, that, and this, that, and this, that. Her deal was he doesn't have plans. He just say, I'm going to do this and then blah, blah, blah. But when and it was immediate. Now, it doesn't always happen immediately. You may have to still sometime, build up. You have to do it a while before it works. But it was immediate. And she was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But left to her own devices and her homegirls. Like, I'm not the first first person she told about it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But by the time she got to me with it, she got like one foot out the door. And I'm telling you, I truly believe that. And I'm not even saying everything can be fixed. Everything can be. Some things are really just too far. But I think most things can be fixed if we just look at it differently. Yes, you may have to. There's some of us like myself who are just slated to Ferris, what's up, bro? Who are slated to have to take the high road or to be that overall good guy now. So that's a part of my personality now. You know what I'm saying? It sucks though. Like, I don't like doing it, but that's really who I am. So about 80% of the time, I'm taking the high road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not like that. So a thing I have to do is sometimes not take that high road. And so then if you're the type who never takes the high road, what you got to do sometimes, take the high road. And I just gave her a whole nother perspective on how to get, because if you want the result, then you'll do what it takes to get it. And that sometimes it means looking outside the box. Yes, I've changed spark plugs on my cars all the time. All my cars, not all of them, but enough. I'm not a what are some people? The car people. Mechanic. Jesus Christ. I'm not a mechanic. You know, so as much as I think I know or stuff I've tried, when I take it to them, they be like, "Oh, it's this. Boom, try this." You know, but we kind of get caught up in ourselves. I'm telling you, again, everything can be fixed. Everything can, but I promise, if we just change our mindset and look at stuff in a more open-minded way, car people, thank you, Ferris. If we look at things just differently, I promise, for the most part, we can find a way. Because, like, I believe there's a way for everything. I believe there's a way.
I agree with you to a certain extent. I just know that, like I was telling you a couple weeks ago, or whatever, like it's hard pulling a whole family.
It
Just
is.
like it's hard for
It
a
is.
man to hold a whole family down financially. It's hard for a woman to hold a whole family down emotionally.
It is.
You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? Like, that's a lot. And then you wonder why she lose herself. Because the only thing she used to is holding everybody else down. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it becomes it gets to a point where enough is enough.
Yeah.
And I think after
Yeah.
14 years, I do think she was goofy. I do think she was extreme, but I do think that was just her personality. You know, so to say that your wife got on your nerves for 14 years, whatever, like I heard that's what a marriage is ultimately. You know, y'all gonna
Thanks.
get on each other's nerves, especially after 14 some odd years. Like that
Thanks.
just is what it is. So I don't know. I feel like he's loyal to a fault.
He had, I haven't followed them. I don't know nothing except the stuff you told me last week. So I don't
So
know. I've heard the other. I've heard the opposite. I've heard that she's the booger, and he's like, "I'm done." That just shows you how much I don't know. I'm telling you, I haven't followed. Somebody was talking about it when I was at my show last night. That's all. I don't know. So I couldn't
yeah,
even. I don't know.
yeah. Speaking of another celebrity couple, because you know this is just what we do sometimes when it fits our topic.
What's up,
Anybody out there
Kevin?
watch Love in Hip Hop Miami?
Nope.
I know you don't. I ain't talking about you at all. So just for me to enlighten you, it's a couple on there. They're from Haiti, Flo and
Okay.
Mark. So Marlon is, you know, this dude who just really likes to bounce around with the females and, you know, do this and the third. I think they've been together for 15 years, 13, 14, something like that. Anyway, so she done called him up multiple times. A couple weeks back, her sister came forward and admitted that the sister and the husband had an affair, right? So the wife still
Um.
stayed, didn't want to leave. You know, she was then lost opportunities to work with big time producers and you know all this, right? So he's mad because she's really pursuing her career and the tables have turned and now he's home with the kids. Right? Like that's not what he want to do. He don't want to be home with the kids. He don't
Yeah.
want to run the family business. He don't want to do none of that. So he asked her for a divorce.
Mm. That's the guy you were telling me about earlier.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, hey,
What up,
Ken.
Kill?
So now she's like completely distraught and hurt, even though as she was going into the conversation, she said initially that they was getting a divorce. So I was uberly confused because if you saying you finna get a divorce before you go into the conversation and he second that, why wouldn't you be like, all right, let's keep it moving. Let's do, you know, she was like, I hate you. I can't believe you're doing this. You blindsided me. Like,
Okay.
I was really confused.
She said that
She said that to him when he asked for a divorce.
that she blindsided him.
That he blindsided her because I think she wanted to be the one to say I want a divorce, but she didn't
Oh.
done that already. Honestly, I really do. And it made
Okay.
me think of you when you be like, you know, women just want to take control and they just want to be, you know, right, whatever. So
You know whatever, nigga.
gave you props. That's enough. Move on.
All right. All right. All right. We moving. We moving.
So it just really hurt my feelings for her because after she was so loyal, he still was like, peace. For nothing though. She didn't cheat. She didn't, she didn't do nothing. She was just really trying to boost her career. And my
And he's
question,
at home now. He got the kids now, and
he running the family
flip-flop.
restaurant, right. Running the family restaurant, got the kids, handling home shit. Like, why do men why do males get jealous?
All right, you can call them men.
No, because I don't feel like a real man to get jealous of his woman.
I mean, that's so petty though. Let the man, if he's jealous, he's jealous. That don't mean he's not a man because he's jealous. Do it. We should ask Kia. Kia probably watched that show.
Yeah, I'm finna. How y'all feel? How y'all women feel?
I know this is the reality. Men, by and large, do not file for divorce. That's why after you told me that, I was so shocked. Because that situation is normally the other way around. But clearly it happens because it's not 100% women that divorce. Sure. You know what I'm saying? She said I didn't hear the name. What you say? Hip Hop Miami. Love in Miami. What? All right. Whatever. Yeah, but there's more to it. There's clear, I can't even make an accurate assessment because it sounds like he's being petty. It sounds like if the reason that you're saying he left is because her career picked up and his went down, that's petty. And I hope he stays single forever. That's me.
She said she don't consistently watch the Miami one.
Yeah, I think that's petty. I hope to God there's more. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it really be that's it. But
the reality of it is he had been cheating consistently. So when you want a way out, you're gonna find a way.
Oh, but then he don't want her. It's probably more than just that jealousy thing. He don't want her. If he constantly out here in these streets, you don't want that lady.
Constantly. To the point of messing with her sister. Like
her sister went though?
Yeah.
I gotta give most of that fault to the sister.
For sure.
Crazy.
For sure. But at the end of the day, I mean,
it's right. Right. It ain't like it wasn't a rape. So No, I get it, but dang.
Yeah. And she stayed, even knowing she was like, you lying, like, ain't no way. Because he was like,
these shows, that would have me stressed out watching them shows like that.
Like, and for me, it just really correlates to a lot of our topics because it's some real life stupid shit. Yeah. He's exercising an easy out. Yeah, for the option. Yeah. But what's so crazy though was he was able to do that and she was still willing to be with him because he'd been caught on numerous occasions. She done lost music opportunities. She done lost so much because she wanted to stay loyal to him. And it just blew my mind when he was like, I want a divorce. And then she break down and cry versus being like, all right, let me move on and continue to do what I ultimately wanted to do. It's like, why do you front and make it seem like you don't want to be in the situation that you've ultimately put yourself in? That's when I blame the women. Because you should have left his ass the third time he cheated on you if you wanted to consider yourself loyal. Not the 30th. Y'all done been together 15 years and he got a 12-year-old in Haiti, supposedly. Where does it end? And you're hurt because he want to leave? Even if you don't have the balls to leave, he's still giving you a way out. And you mad? When is enough enough? Never. Wow. Just to brief, y'all don't mind, share this podcast, we would surely appreciate it. What we're talking about is loyal to a fault.
What's up, Ron Price? My
How
brother
many
on there.
individuals go through it? And there's a lot of us that go through it when we feel like it's the proper person.
Have you? Okay, can you give an example of one time when you've been loyal to a fault?
I think I'm loyal to a fault in my marriage. To be honest, I think
a fault.
Yeah, I think it's been times where I've been so loyal to my relationships to where I've stopped myself from doing what I've wanted to do, pursuing my dream because it made him uncomfortable. I'm not a private person. Like I don't mind, getting down having a conversation with a stranger, whereas he would just completely walk off. Have his headphones on or his hoodie on just because he don't want to be bothered. So we're fine. You can't hear me?
Yeah, but it keeps freezing a little bit. It's good now. Good.
So for a very long time, I didn't do this right here, what I'm doing. Like I didn't create a platform for myself. I stopped myself from, ministering to the young women that I know I'm supposed to speak to. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't understand what I was supposed to do. So it came to a point to where I just did it.
Yeah.
The conversation was there, but I did it.
Let's see, man.
I don't think you can be loyal to a fault to your kids. Maybe that's an issue
I
with
do.
it, but I don't think you can.
What? You can't overdo stuff for your kids? Is that what you really saying?
Doing and loyal the same. If that's
Well, because I mean, if you're looking at loyal as being like I'm not cheating on my kids, then it's impossible. But I don't think she mean that way. It sounds like from stuff I see, they're first in everything and above everything, even above herself, and she missed out.
Well, okay, yeah, okay, I can agree.
You tell me if that's kind of accurate or not, Kia. But I think, man, you can do anything too much. You can love your kids too much. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything too much. You can eat too much. You can, smoke too much. You can, run red lights too much. Huh?
Per one's opinion.
I know that's right. I know. Oh man, no, but yeah. Let me see. One instance where I know I was loyal to a fault. It was a church I was at before I moved out. Before I even thought about moving out in Indy. I actually ended up getting fired, like the whole band did. But had I not got fired, I would have been there. Because, like I said, like you go out your way for me, you got a friend for life, and that was the impression I had from the pastor and the members, a couple of members as well. But members wasn't the issue. It was just ego stuff. Sometimes, man, I know I won't even say intimidate. I know I kind of threaten people. My presence sometimes can be a lot for an insecure person who's in charge. So, I do my part as best as I can, because I'm not no wuss, you know what I'm saying? But I will kind of overdo or make sure that I'm coming off as non-threatening. You know what I'm saying? At least give a smile type of thing. I just know that's how it is. And if you're not big and don't have that, people looking at you like that, you probably wouldn't truly get that. But it is what it is. So I'll definitely do that. But I was all in. It was the first job where that was like 7 minutes from my house. Paid me well. It wasn't like it wasn't no strenuous work. So I was like, I'm cool. I'm good right here. Opportunities came and went. And then, we all got fired. And it was some old mess too. I don't want to get into details because somebody might know who it is. But yeah, it was a mess. But I was there. I was in there, and I should have left. I'm sure I missed, um, some signs, red flags, whatever, because I'm so got the
Mm.
blinders on. I ain't looking left or right. And that's just that work. I got some relationships I've been like that with. It can be ugly. Ooh wee.
So Kia say, see, I look at loyalty as an example of unconditional love. I don't love everyone unconditionally. My kids, my parents, my sisters, my best friends. I love them unconditionally, which means I'm loyal to them to a fault. Everyone else, my loves come with conditions.
I think my kids are my closest love without conditions. Everybody else, Bernadette included, you know, um, her list clearly is way shorter than everybody else's. But I think there are some things that everybody could do that could get me off of them, and not show and express my love. Except my kid, I think, I use this expression too, preferably this will never, ever even happening, but like if Nate killed Emery, I'm going to Nate's trial. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. Um, if anybody else killed Emery, I mean, I'm still gonna be hurt. I'm still gonna be like shattered. But that's still my son. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that for nobody else.
So it's crazy you said that because I was watching, Tim Norman, the Sweetie Pie's dude who killed his nephew or whatever. Okay, well, he had
In
his
real
nephew
life?
in real life. He had his nephew set up and had him murdered. They had a show on OWN. They got a soul food restaurant in Missouri. And I'm gonna need you to get more cultured. You on my nerves right now.
This ain't culture. This is some old BS. This is people business.
So he just got found guilty, right? So she was like, she shut the restaurant down. She was like, "That's my son. I'm gonna stand by him. Like that's my son. Like what else am I supposed to do?" And it was kind of weird for me because I was just like, that would be hard for me to, you know, my grandson and my son. You know what I'm saying? Like to separate and to that would be hard for
Yeah,
me.
I wouldn't imagine it would be easy at all. Um, but I've seen it. We've all seen it online, especially like on Facebook. If one family of a victim, and then the family of the shooter or killer or whatever, they be, that family of the person who killed the person are like, that's my blood. Like it is messed up. That does suck. I hate that this happened, but I'm riding with him.
With my family.
You know what I'm saying? Kenya, do you think it's like the golden rule and we expect it in return? Loyalty. Yes, absolutely. I would say yes.
Yep. I think that's why a lot of people get as disappointed as they do because they expect the same amount of loyalty that they give in return. And everybody, in my opinion, ain't gonna match what you produce all the time.
Yeah, I don't think everybody's not all in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Oh, Shayna finally made it. Look at God.
Hey.
Look at God. Yeah,
Show
I don't think everybody, huh?
Show ain't seen it in a few weeks.
I know. She's been one of the ones who be like, I can't get on. I'll be missing. No. We got it together this week though. Yeah, everybody's not all in with you, and so if you go first, you can build up resentment if it's not reciprocated.
I mean, and then I also feel like you shouldn't allow one's actions to determine who you are if that's who you are.
I agree.
Like if you want to give, then that's on
Give.
you. And you can't necessarily complain about the next person not giving as much as you because that's not who they are. That's who
Yeah.
you are. So that's when I disagree with the matching energy. Like, that's not me, yo. I don't like, that's not what I want to do, So now you don't have to do that for me, no, okay. So, all right. Like, okay.
All right. Plain and simple.
You can, and then can you pick this up? And then that's just kind of what it is. Like, if this is what it is. I don't really know no other way to say it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't even know if I'm loyal to a fault with my. I don't know. I think it's just it's my core, like Kia said. Her kids, her parents, her sisters. Like, I think it's my core. Can't help it.
Man, I wouldn't. I don't know. Like, I would. I'm the type of parent, though. I'm gonna tell you to go turn yourself in.
Mm.
I'm definitely telling you that. I want you to come to me. I want you to come. Definitely come. When you get here, explain what happened, cry it out. We call them the cops. I'm not that guy. I'm not that. If you wrong and you my son, you wrong. And even if it's not that big a deal. Like, I'm not the parent to go up to the school like, no, you don't know how would you? No, I'm gonna listen to what's going on. And then I'm gonna match it to what I know my son on how he get down. You know what I'm saying? 8, 9 times out of 10, them teachers be spot on.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So loyalty, man, I don't know. I'm not even sure. Lord, like they're mine. I look at my kids like they're like this piece of candy. It's mine. You're not getting this. You know what I'm saying? This is mine. So come with me. But if it's old and sour or something's wrong with it, I'm throwing it out.
But you can't throw your kids out.
I wouldn't throw them out, but I would. So if something's wrong, I would make them turn themselves in. I would make them do the righteous thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna eat this one. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm loyal to a fault. Man, I've been loyal to a fault in a relationship. Oh, speaking of Ken, though, I seen the little pictures, man. She cold. I hope she go all the way with the belt. Tell her Uncle Emily.
If y'all ain't never seen,
show me how to stretch
a black ballerina, that's definitely one live in action. So beautiful.
She cold too. I love it.
So dope at what she do.
I don't like them little outfits they gotta wear, but
I mean, all right, like, let it go.
I'm a daddy. What you want?
Like, let it go. Kennedy's so cut though. So
I know she really is.
Like, she just cold ain't word. But I think loyalty from you, Kia, is making sure she stayed up with that. Because I remember seeing the pictures when she first got into it. She had to be like 5 or 6. Like, she was mad little. So, to see her now, like, the loyalty that she's speaking of shows in the effort and the work that she's put into maintaining that and staying diligent. Because, Kia be like, this ain't what I want to do on a Saturday morning.
You know what's crazy? So in that regard, is that loyalty or is that parenting? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if you can be. That was what I was starting with about the candy. Like, can you really be loyal to your kids? Like, if they're yours?
Okay, I'm confused because
I'm not saying it right. I know. I mean, I don't even
know. I feel like when I said that, you challenged it, and now you challenging yourself.
Yeah. I'm challenging, because as you talk, more stuff come to you.
That's when she first said it. Like, I didn't agree with the wording of it because you like you said, like you owe them that. Like, that's what you got to do. Like,
that's how I say. I think it's different. Like, I feel like that's just unconditional love, or the closest that we have to unconditional love.
But that's the way
And like I'm saying, I don't have there's nobody else, but I love, mama. She can do some stuff and get me up off her.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can do something to get her up off of me because I'm her son.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like how my kids, you know what I'm saying? I could do some stuff to get them off me though. My boys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, nobody. I don't even. The closest though was their mama.
That
Listen to me.
That's what I said.
I was all in.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I didn't know what I didn't know what unconditional love meant. I didn't know that love has conditions. You know
Some
what I'm
people,
saying?
yeah, some people. I don't think some people know that either.
Yeah.
You feel
Until
what I'm
you in it, walking through it, and you like
right.
smack. Oh, wait a minute, what's this?
Or until you experience it. Like
Yeah.
you can hear about it all day long and be like, oh, okay, well, I had somebody I felt like that for, but but like you said, like to go to the end of the earth for a person and be okay with it, like
That's crazy.
It's
crazy.
But you mad okay?
And I'm not even saying you shouldn't do it. It's just when you say it out loud and walk out how it's supposed to go, it's crazy.
And know what you would do. Like know what you would do.
And look, so if my kids never do it back, I'm still doing it. That's why I don't think there's loyalty. Loyalty got to be, for me, got to be reciprocated.
Right.
If my kids cut me off and stop talking to me now, as mad as I'll be like, skip them, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to send them a little money or I'm going to check on them or something. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of back end of way, I believe I would still be, doing something to see while they completely off me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It seems like it's just would be a little bit different. Let me read what Kia was talking about. Yes, I am mentally, emotionally, and financially loyal to Kennedy and her dance career. Yes, it's parenting, but all parents aren't loyal to their kids. But how do you be loyal though? You know what I'm saying? Like the actual word. I don't mean like parenting stuff. You know what I'm saying? How? Because loyalty pretty much means faithfulness, not just cheating. Just faithful to this person.
Like that person being dependable.
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking. Like I'm serious. I'm not trying to be extra. I think I'm sure. I don't know. I just feel like there should be some kind of loyal is the obligation. I don't know. Okay, I mean, whatever. I'm not even trying to, spin on.
No, I mean,
kind of stuff though.
This is also what Crucial Combos is about because who knows how many people feel the same way that you feel. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel to me, loyalty is like I said, being able to depend on one, like knowing that you're gonna be there to support me, knowing that you're gonna keep it real with me. Is it different levels to loyalty? Of course, like you said, relationship versus family is totally different. Like the loyalty, the standards, the requirements is totally different. So you don't set out to hurt me. You feel me? You want me to win. Like you want the best for me genuinely. And a lot of people just so selfish that they don't give a shit. The loyalty is just
I don't. So like Emery moves around on his own now as far as music. He got his own thing, fully operational. He don't call me for gigs. He has, but he don't. But I call him first for every gig. And I don't feel no way about it. You know what I mean? is by that definition, I think it sounds like I'm loyal to Emery and Emery's not loyal to me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I feel like the stuff I'm doing for them doesn't have to be reciprocated in any way.
But that's why
I
I
would
said
love it to be.
it's
Right.
impossible to be loyal to your kids. Like,
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
you
saying.
know what I'm saying? Like the way that she had worked, like, because if we look at it in a reciprocal way, we wouldn't do it because there's no way they're going to give us what we give them.
Right, because every other relationship has to reciprocate it,
Right.
the loyalty. And then how are you disloyal? Because if you speaking of any disloyalty,
Well, from the way
when you
she
have little
looking at it,
kids,
from the way she looking at it, from the parenting standpoint, you're disloyal by not being there for your child. Like the individuals who abandon their kids, or the parents who become addicts and just, you know what I'm saying? Like those are the disloyal parents, and from the way she described loyalty as a parent,
okay,
in my opinion.
yeah, you might be spot on. I think it says, I feel like in parenting, loyalty is staying committed to the things above and beyond the minimum or necessary requirements. I'm not. That doesn't sound like loyalty to me. I'm not. I swear, y'all. I swear, I'm not trying to be difficult. That just sounds like what you're supposed to do.
But you're looking at it from parenting. That's why I was kind of questioning when she worded it that way, because I just feel like she's a good mom. You know,
Said
like
bingo.
like
That word is funny to me.
yeah, that,
But
that,
no,
that.
I feel you. All right. You know, it's all right. Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right.
Yeah, I just got to leave it there because it sounds, but how I look at parenting is a lot different from a lot of other people. I don't. It's what's supposed. I don't. It's not sacrifices. This is just what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if this was conversation was about sacrificing, I'm like, is it a sacrifice? I mean, even though it technically is, I guess, what you're supposed to do if they're supposed to win.
Right.
So maybe that's where my disconnect may be coming from, Kia.
But she ultimately saying the same thing we saying. She just
Yeah,
saying
that's what exactly. So we really saying the same thing. It's just
she
a
wording
little
it different.
different. I'll say this too, like so. If you guys could please share this live, those of you who are still on, share it. I feel like my moral compass is almost makes it impossible for me to be careless or selfish. Really, and
Oh,
I feel like that's one of the things that make me loyal to a fault.
I agree. I agree. Like I remember telling you I'm tired of being responsible. Like I'm tired of being like I want to let this bill go this month and not pay it. Like
I
how is
remember that a
that
couple weeks ago.
so easy for some people to do? Because to me, you let 1 month go, you're gonna have to spend 5 months to catch up. To me,
Boy, now that is the truth.
it
That
just
needs to be next week's conversation.
it ain't to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you might as well
Well,
just pay it and just deal with it, because that's the obligation that you've created for yourself. So I don't see how some people can live comfortably like that. I just don't.
I know it feels like I'm breaking this code by being disloyal, like or you're supposed to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to, look straight ahead. If stuff come at you, smile a little bit and be like, "Thank you," but I'm cool. You know what I mean? I feel like you're supposed to do that. Um, it's more like the extreme cases. Somebody put that on my on my status earlier. It's the extreme, where you go too far. Where I'm trying to word this right. Like if you go too far and you're in how you move and you're loyal. Um, I'm not sure if I even have a full conclusion because I do feel like if you're in a relationship, if you're not being cheated on and you're the person, like you're the person who would cheat. Your spouse just ain't gonna do it, right? So for you, that's your struggle. That's what you're struggling, and you're supposed to, right? So is it you not being loyal if you slip? The victim of that, like your spouse, if you cheat on them, would say absolutely, right? But is it really? You know what I'm saying? Wrong, yes. Disrespectful, yes. But disloyal. You can still argue yes, but is it?
I mean, to me, it's crazy you asked that question because I promise you, I asked myself, I'm almost positive the same exact question. You know what I'm saying? Like, because one would question your loyalty off top.
Absolutely.
One would question your
Cheat
loyalty.
on me, I'm like, all I did for you, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna,
Right. Just to spread it on thick, right? Because my feelings hurt and I want you
yep.
to understand that, right? So, but again, like you said, am I really disloyal?
Yeah. That's in the same sense for this is what I meant about that. It's disrespectful or it's wrong not to take care of your kid. Is it, disloyal?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if you've never been there for that kid. So you've never been loyal,
You've never even
quote
established it.
unquote. Right. You haven't established nothing. So that's, and like in a relationship, if this is your area and you step out, you know, I'm not sure if that means the loyalty part, but I don't know.
Well, I feel like you stand after he done cheated so many times. That's the loyalty. And then him just coming to you saying, I'm done. Like, dang, like, where is the loyalty within that?
Man.
Like, what reasoning do you have behind that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It almost seemed like the only way to know loyalty is if it's tested, man.
okay, so how many times do you go? Like, how many times do you get tested?
Like if you pass every one, then you're loyal.
So it's like,
I'm telling you, because if you mess up one, you're not loyal. Think about it, man. That's in any relationship. It's like I could be, like I said, this could be my struggle area. I can go 10, 12, 13 years without doing it. It's been a struggle the whole time. I didn't do it. I do it that one time. And I'm not even negating how big of a deal it is. I'm not acting like I don't understand. It still hurts. It's disrespectful. You're embarrassed. All the stuff. All of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
but I just made a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, boy, that's kind of I've always been. Now I'm grateful I never cheated when I was married. But it wasn't because it was easy at all. And we used to have conversations. It's easy for her. It was easy for her. I won't say it was the easiest on the planet, I guess. I'm sure everybody gets tempted. but that's just not her makeup, you know, where that's regular. It's regular. It's nothing to me, you know. So it was a push every, you know, year after year. It was a push not to. Um, and the conversations, if you know, if you don't have that strength, it's like talking to a crackhead about, you know, you need to stop. You see your kids crying, you see your family, you don't get it. You really just don't. Crack is a real thing. Or like if you're somebody doesn't have the capacity to fully understand or to react well to stuff, you don't get it because you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like I would tell my ex, like you're good in this area. You can see a cute guy smile and just keep walking. I see a cute girl smile, look back.
I'm gonna create a conversation.
Might go,
It
might
can
go
be
talk to
twisted
her.
as hell, but I'm gonna create a conversation.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Where that's, you know, our struggles are just different. I'm not even saying it's not right. I mean, I'm not saying this. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not right. But that is the thing, and I'm just wondering now when we're talking about loyalty. I feel like loyalty is choosing that person over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know,
No matter what you do, or
that's probably where the fault comes in.
okay.
You know, it's like if you know how I said starting off. I feel like if you're married, go to the ends of the earth. I truly believe that with my soul. Go all the way. Yes, he's still hurting, whatever. You know, but if you're not in that kind of commitment, then look around. You know, you can be loyal and still still not be fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Yeah, but
the
see, that's
fulfillment won't come.
oxymoron number two, though, bro. Because oh, all right, keep it 100.
Yeah,
Like, if that's already a struggle and you're loyal, but you're not fulfilled, at some point that bow is gonna break.
I agree 100%.
It's going to break, and you're going to be curious. It's just, I feel like it's just human nature. No matter how good of a person you are, no
Right.
matter any of that, like the curiosity is going to get the best of you, and you're going to dab into that sugar bowl. That sugar bowl gonna hit that side of your jaw, and it's gonna be a little tangly and look good, okay? So then you gonna wonder, like, is that sugar gonna taste the same way the second time? You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, that's how that pattern continues, because you always want to know if it's going to be better. I think where individuals mess up at, like you said, all right, if you choose that, if that's your struggle and you give in from time to time, why set up to lead for a false narrative? Like, that's the part that kills me. Oh, life over here is going to be better. Not
Oh yeah.
understanding that you
I
created
think
this
they be
fun.
yeah. I be thinking that they be like, I can do better all by yourself. And I feel like that's one of the dumbest
Well, you
reasons that
can.
I feel like it's dumb though. And I feel like women use it often. And you know how I know. But
No,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like you can do bad by yourself, but as Emery said earlier, I agree to a certain extent. Is it really worth dismantling?
that's my thing because I do feel like women today, like we said earlier, y'all give up fast. Like there's no long suffering, and I don't mean that somebody is extremely abusive, you know. And I told you my
Sure.
reason for abuse. Um, but you know, if you're playing the long game, which is forever, a bad year ain't nothing. It's not. I promise you, it's really not. Like the whole year, y'all bickering, arguing, can't get on the same page, blah 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 blah. How Kia said, loyal, you can be loyal and not be a doormat.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel like a doormat for a year, and if you know what I'm saying, like or vice versa, whoever. But if you're in that kind of commitment, that year ain't nothing, you know. And in the moment, it's extremely hard to see a better outcome. And I do feel like for women who are not necessarily fixers on a grand scale, I don't mean like talking to your homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're not a fixer, you will be extremely, like I could, and then don't get online and see your homies with a cute boyfriend, traveling and stuff, buying flowers, and she keep up. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, in my honest, humble opinion, most things can be fixed. Most things can be fixed, but you really have to look at things another way because you've tried it. I did all this, I did this, I did this, I tried this. Okay, you can even go back and try stuff with a different mindset and get a whole nother outcome. For real.
That's true.
But it's extremely hard to express or to explain that or to get someone who's fed up on board with that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
They're
because as
done.
I was saying to you earlier, sometimes no matter what, if a guy don't want to hear it, no matter what, he's going to consider it nagging, right? If he's not at a place to accept that change, it's like, yo, I went to work today. I'm tired. Like all I want to do is have a beer and watch the game. Like I don't want to hear it. So it's just boom, gonna bounce off, and it's not gonna resonate. So it does depend on how she goes about it, and it also depends
That's
on
it.
if he's ready to receive it to change, because some guys
Yeah.
just don't give a shit enough about the relationship to even
Yeah.
go to that level,
That's true.
So it's a catch-22 on that situation. It really is.
I think that's my point. It's like if it is nagging if you're saying stuff the same way. It don't matter how right it is. It's not getting the result and you still do it. You're not getting the result and you still do it. Tomorrow, same thing. Because you've reached the top of your comprehension in that area. Like you don't know any other way. And rather than honestly, humbly seeking another way, we turn off. I'm fed up. There's another nigga who been smiling at me, seemed cute anyway. I don't see him around a bunch of women.
Let me see what he about.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna just hit him back. Then I'm gonna just go to lunch. This ain't nothing. We just had lunch. We just had torchies. You know what I mean? Torchies is fire. Them taco visit.
I get so tired of you on that. When I say doormat, I'm speaking about cheating. I'm not tolerating at all by any man. Cheating isn't loyalty to me.
Well, there we go. And then that's your standard. And then that's how it is. That's real. If that's where you at, that's where you at.
All right. So I don't really know how I feel about cheating.
Let me read this first, because I think you are in the same place. To me, tolerating cheating is struggle love, and I'm not dealing with that. But I do agree that you will have bad seasons in a relationship. It's just my season is over once cheating is introduced into the relationship. Okay.
I feel like, yeah, y'all sisters might be mad at me, but sometimes I feel like cheating is necessary for men. Sometimes I feel like women aren't capable of teaching men what they want or need. And when they do it, it opens up conversations that either party was afraid of having initially. I don't know how I feel about cheating. And maybe I'm saying that because it hasn't been an issue within my relationship.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't know how I feel about
I
cheating.
look at cheating. You know what? People have been cheated on and made it through.
Mm-hmm.
That's genuinely how I look at life, and how I look at that subject within a marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's nobody. Nobody's signing up to go through mess.
For sure.
But the overwhelming reality is that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do it or don't. Like she said, I'm not doing it. That's something I'm not even with.
Right.
If that happens, I'm out. You know, first time, last time. And there, you know, people have that right. I'm absolutely right. I just feel like there's more important things.
And
And I'm saying that I know, but
no.
I feel like that ain't, it's not the end of the end of the world. I feel like it would be deeper if they had a relationship. Maybe that would do something, but I do because you can overcome it. And it may be some weird thing in me to want. I swear to want to always, you know, find a way to do. You know, it might be just
You
that
always
in me.
giving something or somebody the benefit of the damn doubt. That's just you.
That's true. That's true.
That's that, and
That
that's
is true.
something that I'm learning. I'm definitely not there yet.
Yeah. Nah,
Mm-mm.
because like people like it's like I don't have road rage. You know, because of the same overall thing. It's like that person didn't come find my expedition. They
Bullshit.
didn't come look for Emery. They're not trying to impede my day. They're really in a rush for whatever stupid reason or smart reason, whatever. I just look at it that way, and it keeps me stress free. You know what I'm saying? I don't be the most I do is like, look at this one. What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? And that's it. And then I just keep talking on the phone and keep listening to my music, whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But in the same way with people, I know for the most part, people aren't choosing me out the lineup and saying, I'm finna mess Emery's day up. I know my girl, uh, I've been cheated on before. I knew that she was a victim of circumstances and didn't know how to get out of it. It's still wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like genuine, like you wrong. I just know what it is, and so knowing that for me, this is a thing. For me, I can't go all in like that, knowing the reason. I can't. I'm still gonna be hurt, still gonna be mad, might even still leave. All the above. You know what I'm saying? But if I know you're just not strong enough, you know, stuff happen. Like I remember I would tell this one chick a long time ago, you know, you can just happen up on some stuff. She, oh, no, you can't. There's always moments. I'm like, no, there's moments throughout where you can stop it. But I promise you, so, you know, it can go. And before you know it, you sit there like, what did I just do? And she did not believe it. And then it happened to her. Now, me and her was done by then. But it happened and she was like, yo, I see. And that's the thing. If that's not your area of struggle,
You ain't got nothing to worry about.
there's no way you can truly get it. You know, there's absolutely no way. Just like if you're not a mom and you just keep your god kids every other weekend for a couple of days, you don't know what a mom is.
Mm.
You have no clue. You know
Definitely
what I
not
mean?
full effect.
Kia. Yes, that's true. Some people do make it through the cheating, but keep in mind, I've never been married, so of course I'm speaking from a single perspective. Trust and loyalty is big to me. Trust and loyalty is big to everybody, but there's just more. Cheating ain't it. Cheating ain't the for a lot of people. Cheating isn't the worst thing that can happen.
I think when it comes, I think people attach way more emotions to the cheating situation versus um looking at it logically, like why did this happen, and asking those specific questions, like, you know, why did you cheat? Like, I feel like it never gets to that because it's always get your shit and get out. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with you. Like, and if you
No
really,
understanding. That's
really
true.
care about that person and want to be with that person, like, that's why I say I feel like sometimes cheating is necessary because it opens up dialogue that some people just don't have.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
wouldn't go so far as to say it's necessary though, but I
well,
definitely feel what you're saying. I wouldn't. I just. Oh, that cringe. That makes me cringe.
Read through the words. Y'all know what I mean. I don't mean that you gotta go through cheating, in order to. But I just feel like you can find some lessons. You can some good can come out of it. Let me reword it and say that.
Cheating can be more emotional than physical.
I'd rather you cheat physical than emotional.
Yeah. Man, I'd rather you just tap out and just go.
I mean, sure, but what if that of course we all would rather not experience the hurt, but if we're speaking about the loyal to a fault, you know what I'm saying? If that's the page we're on, then that loyalty is staying through it, no?
Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I don't necessarily have a wall. Like, if you do something to my kids, I might whip you. I might beat your head in. Nigga, like, I don't know if I'm leaving over much. You know what I'm saying?
I especially
I don't, and it's not like I don't think I'm a simp.
I don't know if it's a delay. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I think when you get older, of course, you look at things a tad bit different when you're married. I'm speaking for me. Let me speak for me. As I've gotten older, I look at things a tad bit different because number one, I don't want to relearn nobody. I don't want to. I don't want to learn how you eat your spaghetti without meat. Could care less about that. That's disgusting. I don't think I like it. I don't want to learn what your allergies are. Like I don't care. I don't want to go through none of that. I don't want to, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a lot, for me to really go and file papers because my pros outweigh my cons greatly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, ain't nobody gonna deal with my shit like he do. Nobody. And I know they ain't because I ain't got enough time to give you to adapt to me. You know what I mean? Like
these modern women will call you a pick me because you a stay.
The modern women are single and miserable too.
Log off.
I'm sorry.
And I mean right now. That's it. All right, y'all. Listen, we so appreciate y'all coming out.
My bad.
We so appreciate y'all. Don't you listen. Dog.
I mean,
I don't even talk like that.
It's the ones that will call me and pick me.
Yeah, that's true.
Them the ones I was talking about. Because it's some modern women that really, really want a guy, but in my opinion, don't know how to drop the expectation.
The entitlement.
Tomato.
Yeah.
But I think the expectation is way too high for individuals who don't know how to be what you want them to be.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a pick me. I just think that, it's been a long time and ain't no point of us breaking it now that we're learning each other on a different level. Like we're parents, but we're not parents.
That mindset is what pick me's have. Like, oh, it ain't good, but I ain't moving.
Well, I don't feel like it's not good.
I know that's right.
Yeah, we learning each other on a whole nother level. Like he come home on the weekend, we go on dates, we laugh,
all right.
And
all right.
Late night conversations again on the phone. I'm just playing.
What? Who are you loyal to outside of your family? Like, are you loyal to your job?
I think I am loyal to my job.
So then, what does loyalty mean? Like your definition, then, because
I told you, dependable,
your job
supportive.
ain't got no, your job ain't got your best interest at heart.
I thought you were speaking of my loyalty to the job. I'm dependable.
I know, but they don't gotta be reciprocated, or you, it don't have to be.
The reciprocation is them paying me on time.
All right.
Um, I get respected, you know. But I don't know. I feel like outside of, I definitely feel like I'm loyal to Crucial Combos. I show up, we get it together, we meet, we're consistent, we're diligent, we real with them, we raw with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't never give them anything that's gonna hurt them or hinder them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
outside of my circle, y'all get stuff about me that shit, some of my people don't even know. I mean, like, for real. Like, when I say I'm raw with y'all and open with y'all, I get y'all a lot, because again, I can't ask y'all to trust me if I don't trust y'all.
That's real.
You feel me? So, but I love doing it though. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Who else we gonna shoot the shits with?
I know that's right. So the textbook definition of loyal is giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. A better one says someone who is loyal remains firm in their friendship or support of a person or a thing.
So mine was support. I just felt like, if I can't say I'm loyal to you, and every time you call me, I'm on the phone with you for 2 minutes, I'm like, all right, let me call you back, and never call you back.
Yeah.
Like, what you gonna be like? Well, damn, like, where's the support ultimately? Because I needed you. Like, so I think that's why how I always seen it.
Loyal to a fault to me, I guess, means if you miss opportunities and this thing is dead.
You just don't see no growth in it, but it's comfortable.
And you won't move around.
Mm-hmm.
The fan just moved by itself. Yeah, ghost is. Wait a minute, is that somebody I used to be loyal to? Who did? Teddy Bear, was that you? Daddy, Realm, was that you? Playing with me, Doc. Don't do that.
Not right now, not right now.
No, man, we almost done, G. Give me a minute. I don't know, man. If you miss, I feel like we can be loyal to our jobs.
Sometimes to a fault.
Ooh, so this just dropped in my soul. Maybe loyal to a fault is when we get lazy in our loyalty.
Comfortable, but where it is no growth.
Yeah. So, we get complacent. We're not even, there's no thought. There's no thought. You're coasting in what was. I've been loyal, I remember, man, vividly, boy. I told this chick, I'm like, I fell in love with you for this. It's been all these years and you ain't done this since then. I'm telling you, I never even realized it until we was done. I was like, God, like that's how much for me, if you go out your way for me, you got a friend for life. Like I'm there. That's what happens with me. God, dog, I'm still thinking about that was huge. I'm like, dang, this is what made me come to you. This was it. You haven't done that at all for years.
What's T, boo?
So you know what I'm saying? I'm missing out. Didn't even realize it.
But some people don't see it like that. And maybe, that's how Tia saw her relationship. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it was something like his go get, his hustle that turned her on to him, his fight. Because let him tell it, when they first got together, she held him down. She took care of him because he didn't have much, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So then it got to a place of him just being chill with what they accomplished, and he didn't want to grow no more. Like, this is me speculating, of course. But she wanted to continue to work no matter the fact that she 44, 45 years old, whatever. Like, she still wanted to go. And some guys, especially when they get into a depression, they just, like you said, they just coast. So it can be a multitude of things.
I know that was my blind loyalty.
Mm.
Like for me, you had checked that box. I don't even have to look over there no more. We good.
Mm.
You know?
Nah, I'm that one that's gonna tell you where you need to fix this. Oh yeah, okay, you fix this. Now don't forget, you gotta work on this. Okay, you worked on this. Don't forget, you fixed this. You can't let this go. You gotta sure. But you want that knob to be right, right?
Definitely.
Okay,
That's true.
so marriage is a give and take, homie.
All right. All right.
It's a give and take. I can't
You
just
don't
get
want that. You want that. You want to do that as badly as I want you to. So don't front.
first off.
Do we need to go to the after dark and finish this part?
Baby, you ain't said nothing but a word. You ain't scaring me.
Cause nigga, let's not front.
Cause
Yep.
he done pissed me off.
No, but I feel you. I swear, I get it. I don't know. I think, well, I know in my case, that was it. Like one time, and I'm like, this is who she is. And then blind loyalty happened. And then because she was willing and doing stuff, showing me she's trying, I'm good. I'm such an old school, easygoing guy that's enough for me. Trying is enough. And then you crushing some stuff here and there. We making milestones, but you trying the whole time. I'm not even looking at it differently, until I finally had to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I'll be doggone.
Mm. It's hard. It's hard because most women can't decipher between communicating and nagging.
Mm.
She thinks she's communicating while the guy thinks she's nagging. So that's a hard pill to swallow, or a happy medium that'll never be met. Because how do you express that to a guy?
That what?
Like, I'm not trying to nag you. I'm just trying to.
Oh, you have to do something else. It's like how I showed my homegirl earlier when I was telling that story about how her husband was a little more on the softer side, and she's not, and she normally nags. Her words, she nags, and I gave her some examples. I'm like, just encourage the man, whatever it looked like. I think we're gonna do whatever for our girl. I know he loves you like crazy, but you're a little rough. Chill out, shut up. Only encourage. You know what I'm saying? And immediately she had a result immediate that same in the conversation. So she said the same thing. I told you she typed it up, but it was her way, and it was rough. So she deleted it and did it like a nicer way and got a full result that she had never really gotten. So we can't be so beholden to the way that we know. If you want the result, like I was telling her, like if you want him to have a plan, if you want something like, hey, try this. Like you've tried all your stuff a million times, right? You tried it's not working, right? Do you think he can't do it? No, I think he can. Okay, so let's try something different. Because often what men and women do, especially men, I would say maybe, but men and women, I think do this. Um, we'll say like, I'm paying for everything. I take you on the trips. I make love to you like it. I watch a little stupid TV shows that you want me to watch with you. All this stuff. And she like, yeah, but I want you to rub my feet. I know, but I pay for it to get done, and I still do this. Like girls would love to be taken care of. Like she's like, right, I do love all that, but what I need is my feet rubbed. Okay, let me rub. I rub them once, then I go back to doing all this stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm doing all this stuff that would look like you should be grateful. And I explain it to my people, like, she ain't even happy, she don't even appreciate me, blah, 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 blah. Whole time she's saying, nigga, rub my feet. Rub them. You can keep some of that stuff if you rub my feet. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing what they need. It don't matter how right this stuff is. Yes, you're supposed to take care of the house. And all this, yes, all that stuff is right. But if you're not giving them what they need, they're not being fulfilled. So you can make all the great points and how right you are about this, right you are about that, right you are about that. If you're not getting the result, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If you want something you never had, you got to do something you ain't never did. And a lot of times, humbling yourself and becoming what he needs is not always an option for a lot of ladies. Guys, too. For a lot of people, becoming who they need is not readily available in most of our minds. You know what I'm saying? Because we just hell bent on just if you do it my way, if you just do what do it this way. You know what? You're not doing it. I'm out. I've tried, and I'm gonna tell all my homegirls. I did this, girl. I gave him sex. I gave him That man is saying the whole time, let me have an hour and a half on the game. Let me have some time to myself. You won't tell that part, though. We'll tell the part of, I did this, I do this. Girl, one time I even, whatever. And stuff gets missed, and then y'all get tired, and then you leave.
As a fellow Mrs. Gamer, because my husband is Mr. Game. Yeah, okay. Right. So if y'all, I can teach y'all some tricks on how to get him off the game. You know what I'm saying? After that hour, and he decided to play that one more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's just like give him that hour. And then within that hour, go and get yourself right. You know what I'm saying? And then come and coerce him, because he really don't know what he's doing. He's still in gamer mode. So now you're going to have to convert him over to husband mode, right? But you should be good because you had an hour to prep, okay? Like you can't always put it on him. Sometimes you do have to drop it like it's hot potato.
Like it's warm, baby.
And you ain't got to pick it back up. Just let him
take it down there.
Down, okay?
Lay him down there.
let him handle it down there. Women, like, I guess Emery right. The entitlement is redundant. Like, it's ridiculous. Like,
that'd be a whole topic. Entitlement with women. Oh, we kind of are talking about it maybe a little bit next week. But that's humongous. For a little bit of nothing. I don't think the word deserve to me is such a big word. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we deserve human rights, decency, and respect. And as far as deserve, that's about it. I'm just sure there's some more I'm not thinking of, but that's about it. Everything else needs to be earned.
Do I deserve
especially in this new day and age?
Do I deserve water, nigga? Air, nigga? Do I gotta earn
not
water?
For me. No, you deserve to get up, use them legs God gave you on that kitchen. I just bought some new water, baby. It's in there. It's in the. You can put the cup in and do like this. We good.
Like I gotta work for it. Like,
yeah, no, but It's the entitlements. It's because I'm a woman. Because I think I'm a good woman. I deserve this.
You know, I got something for you. I got something. Like I got a proposal.
Okay, what up?
Post pro.
Okay, okay.
I got a proposal.
That's America.
Um, because I agree, and yeah, and I do think it needs to be addressed because I don't think nobody deserves nothing for nothing either. Like something for nothing. Like
The
I don't.
conversation next week that you said we was gonna probably fight over.
I ain't got
We're gonna
time.
be on the same page.
I ain't got time for you.
I get watch. I bet you a bag of these gummy worms, dear. You'll be out there soon enough. I bet a bag of gummy worms.
I ain't got time for you.
But you can give me the bears then. The fun bag bears.
I mean
7-Eleven special.
not 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven special.
7-Eleven. Kia said exactly because a lot of people want to love you based on how they want to and not what you say you need.
Man.
Which is why understanding your mate's love language and needs are important.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me how you want to love me because you probably don't know how to love.
Well, that stuff don't work on everybody. Like if you get, that's like in the bedroom, you get the special move. That special move don't mean nothing to that new lady. You know, I say that. I mean, but real talk.
I'm biting my tongue.
Whatever you done, that she like that. She don't. She like, that hurt. Don't even squeeze.
Oh, where you go?
Yeah, man. It's different, but it is what it is. I'm not sure. Man, I was gonna say I'm not sure I'm that way now, but I think I still am. Loyal to a fault in a few different areas. I don't even want to get into all the details right this moment, but geez, this is really an eye-opening thing.
Even with that, you know what you want to do, and it's going towards that. You just don't want to hurt feelings because even you know that, but you know that the relationship is not going to be severed because you've actually had a way out, multiple ways out. Like the understanding has been established. So this is just you.
It really is.
You feel me? This is just you saying, well, what if when you need
that's what loyalty does though.
All right, well, but you're getting to the point of let me see.
It's true. It's 100% true.
You getting there?
You know, because I feel like I am and I have been. You know, there's also seasons, and there's also times when you're supposed to be doing something, and then there's times when you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times when, that season may be up, and then it's like, do you, before I moved here, I'd say, I would be like, nah, I'm not doing nothing different. I'm loyal. They've shown it, and I'm reciprocating it. Period.
I mean, maybe it's altering because certain responsibilities is lightening. So maybe you felt the way you felt before you moved there because that was solid. You knew things were being taken care of with the way that you had prepped that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But now you ain't really got that. So you can jump on the Harley and just take off. You know what I'm saying? Like
on my mama.
You ain't really got to restrict yourself as much because your freedom, like it's broadening. You feel me? So
yeah. Like, no, I get it.
You gotta adjust on. You're no longer 100% Daddy Emery. You're finding yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, you not saying no, like you was prior. You're definitely not saying no.
Hallelujah, Jesus. Hallelujah, Jesus.
That's something to really, look at and be like, all right, well, prior I'd have been like, nah, I'm good.
This is a
Now I'm
big
like,
deal,
damn.
man. Me understanding myself, and you know, like I don't even think this wasn't my topic, was it? This was yours, and it's been smacking me all since last week. It's been smacking me about how I do. Doing research for this stuff. Most stuff's gonna come to us first. Most stuff affects us first anyway, in any way. But it's like, dang, like I still do this type of stuff. Hadn't really realized it because of those core values I have too. Like you're supposed to be loyal, like you don't switch up on folks. Man,
Yeah,
this is
but
what it is.
I think a lot of people create that, like that phrase you just said, sometimes out of fear of just not knowing what's on the other side. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course, I'm sure. Yeah,
So
absolutely. Actually,
it's like at the
mm-hmm.
end of the day, like you're strapped to the harness.
Yeah.
You got all the security ropes around you. You gonna stay on that pole, or you gonna take that leap and just dive off and see what's greater at the end? Because you're diving into gold.
It'd be so crazy because I was a diver. God dog it, I was diving off anything. You
Yeah,
can't
but
even say no diving. I'm diving in.
you became a dad.
Yeah, and that's it. So now I'm
That
safe. I'm gonna just put my feet in. I'm gonna jump in off the side now.
they almost grown.
I know now.
So you might as well put
Now.
that life vest on and splash. Cannonball.
I'm letting all my stomach out, Rick Ross style. Ain't gonna see this sexy at the beach, amen.
So yeah, this is my birthday month. This is my birthday month. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I pretty much got it locked down, but I want to incorporate y'all. Like I really want to incorporate y'all. So next week I should have some more details on exactly what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it. So I just really want y'all to kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to just see us wild out for a little while because it's gonna be stupid. It's going to be so stupid. You already know. I don't know what it is. Let me tell
I'm gonna put that up.
Let me tell you. I don't know what it is with Nakia and Scorpios. Like every year, Nakia support every other zodiac. Okay.
Oh, it's a dude. No, it's a dude. I bet it is. Tell us, Kia.
What do you mean?
She said you sleep. That means she don't like y'all, right?
That means skip us and get to hers. She do that.
I feel like it's a dude.
It ain't no dude. She do it every season. She
it ain't no dude.
Shows get to set like she do it get to Sagittarius. She don't care about Scorpio. We don't.
I think Emery is Sagittarius. I think.
Like we block her. Your time coming, and I done told you stop doing us like that.
Oh, so you just hating Kia?
That's what she doing.
All right.
Kia hating love.
I wish I knew the signs like that. I don't know them like that. I be having to look up stuff.
You get on my nerves with that. Oh yeah, Kennedy is Scorpio too.
So why you be hating on them?
Because Kennedy be giving her the business. I'm telling you. Well, you be hearing the stories.
I know. I read a few of
them. But I mean, we're not bad people. We're just straight to the point. But I want to include y'all. So, like I said, give me to next week and I'll have further details.
All right.
You see her? Sagittarius rule. She the worst. I'm excited too. I'll be 42, y'all. Oh.
You know, girl.
I don't think I deserve that disrespect.
Was it disrespectful? Ain't your kids out the house? Most of them.
Ain't half your?
Yeah.
All right, half mine. Well, two thirds.
Yeah. We all.
I still got one. I mean, oh, I'm better.
You better, huh? Like wine.
I mean, oh, I miss
You know
learn.
what's crazy though? I don't know. I don't know if guys really care about getting older like that. I
Shit.
think it's a girl thing. Do they?
Kidding me.
She said, not old, but seasoned like Lowry's.
Period. On
Like
both sides
slap
of
your
the
mama.
grill. Period. Got the grill marks and all, okay? Burnt ends.
Grill marks.
Life, okay? Then marked us.
Oh, look, the female mentality said cancer's rule. Huh. Hmm.
I doubt
Shout
that.
out to the female mentality.
I doubt that. Men care. That's what I'm telling him. They care. Like it's a lot of people that fear getting older.
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I got a couple little grays.
Just a
It's the
couple.
ugliest thing. There's a couple of them over there, a couple here, a couple. I don't care.
You know, I don't care about aging, but I think I care about grays. Let me knock on wood because I only got like one or two. I
Do
need to
you?
keep
That's
away.
good.
They sucker free. I ain't got time.
Yeah, I got a couple of them in there. It's always getting cold, so I'm growing my throwback.
My husband younger than me, and he, probably half of his head is gray.
Dang.
He says it's my fault, but I don't believe him.
Yeah. I'm with Eric.
I don't believe you taking his side.
Why wouldn't I?
Because both of y'all drive me nuts, so I don't see how y'all can make. Anyway,
We ain't going nowhere. So
we gonna share out in front of company. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. We gonna behave.
We ain't gonna do it. We'll be off here in a few minutes.
We gonna behave because I ain't got time to. I'm gonna be right. But loyal to a fault. I think sometimes it can be a good thing, sometimes it can be a bad thing. That's what I think. I think if it hurts you, then it's something that you need to sever. If it's something that's growing or helping you in the long run, I think it's something that you should embrace.
Yeah, I think my final takeaway is be patient though. Don't be so quick to call things quits, to quit something. Especially if you're playing the long game. Long game means forever to me. And a bad year or two is extremely frustrating, but doesn't necessarily mean things won't get better. You know what I mean? But it is extremely hard to convey that to somebody whose mind isn't open to that and in the moment. Like during that time, it's like my favorite characters in the Bible or people, whatever, in the Bible are the Hebrew boys. Right? Those are the ones that get burnt up in the furnace. They was like, the king was like, bow. It was like, you ain't God. He was like, I'm gonna throw you in the fire. He was like, God got us, and they're my favorites because they had to think about that stuff before it came. They had to make up in their mind like, I'm not gonna go against God. I'm not, come what may. Whatever they do, I'm choosing God. You know what I'm saying? They had to think about that before the stuff came, and so when the stuff came, they was like, oh no, I ain't budging. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't had that epiphany, even about being loyal, even about just relationships, then when the worst stuff comes up on you, you'll react instead of being proactive before it even got there. And if you're already an irrational person, if you're already closed-minded individual, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have one way, and that's to just relieve that pressure at any cost. If it means I gotta quit, I'm done. If it means I gotta leave him, her, I'm done. So my takeaway would be realistic. Take a step back. Maybe we have to find that out because I don't know how to help express that. Like if we can take ourselves out and still look at the situation, you would be able to see because sometimes we're too involved.
That comes with listening. when a person talks to you, you have to listen to what they say. Like listen to hear them, don't listen to respond.
Oh
Because
yeah.
an individual will tell you exactly what they need, just like you were saying earlier. You know, if you listen and hear them, the only thing you really can say is, all right,
Oh
I see where you're coming from. You don't have to
man.
agree, but all right, I can see where you're coming from. You know, that's really all the individual want to hear, just to know that a person understands and see. You ain't got to agree with them again, but just so they know that it registered and they didn't go through all of this explaining for nothing. You know, because that's going to
Right.
again shut them down. The fuck I'm talking for? You don't listen anyway. That you know, I'm
Right.
sure y'all didn't heard at the time of 15. You know, so it's just
I
listening.
know.
Um, Honestly, it's not hard. You will be amazed how if you listen to what your partner have to say after you thought he was dumb as hell, you realize, oh, I knew I liked him for a reason. You know,
Right.
like
Right though. For
you gotta
real.
hear it. You gotta hear it.
It'd be ugly, man. Yeah. So that's my thing.
Wow.
Lower to a fault. Be wise. Think about it. Um, sometimes the pros don't outweigh the cons.
For sure.
And if you're playing the long game, you have to look at. That's the thing. I used to be told a lot in my relationships. You always be looking way down at HIJK, and I'm barely on A and B. I'm like, well, that's partly my job, to be realistic. But then too, you start looking. If you normally do A and B, go to C and D. You know, because if you play things out, I don't mean just like the immediate reaction. Like if you think about like Kamisha done slapped me again, I ain't hit her once, but this time I'm finna do it. And if you play it out, she gonna hit me. I'm gonna hit her, right? I may knock her out, whatever. She may fall. She may come back up. She may stab me. Something around the house, whatever she get to, bomb. I'm dead. Kids hurt. She in jail. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like play the stuff out, and then you make your decision. And if you still choose it, then you got to be okay with the consequences. But because we give like maybe one move ahead, we normally lose. So just look at be objective. You
Especially if
know,
you're emotional.
yeah, man,
Man,
that's key.
emotional.
Yeah, you step back. Just step back. Even if you need a decision now, just stop. Just wait. Just wait.
Kill that person in your head 2 or 3 times and then approach that person.
No, that's right.
Like, for real, because
Straight up though.
it's never gonna be good if you approach it emotionally. Like it won't. So, but thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode. Um, this motherfucker got sugar high. This nigga tripping.
Eyebrows is black, like deep black. Don't worry about it.
That just for men work. That's all that's saying.
All right.
My man, it just slipped out.
No, it ain't slip out, nigga. That was fluid. That was fluid. All right.
No, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Next week, same time, same place. We
Yes,
out
sir.
here.
We out. You dirty. That's all right.